Well, the Apex is always on flex because I have a wife who I love very much, and I'm just trying to stay married. So I like to keep things tight for her.
It was just a breath of fresh air. Tell me about making it.
Well, it was a breath of fresh air making it as well because we shot in the height of COVID. We shot it at the beginning of 2021 in a London that was completely deserted. Those theatre scenes were all shot at the Old Vic, which had been dark for weeks, if not months. And so it was a breath of fresh air for us to make as well, having all been in isolation from each other, from the theatre, and certainly from anything that sort of felt celebratory.
Victim's name is Leo Kopernik, sir. Seems he was killed in the costume store. And then he was deposited here. Staged, so to speak.
Tom George, it's like his debut feature, and congratulations to him. To put together this cast, dude has got to be connected. You need to tell me what he did, because I was just looking at the list of names and I was like, how did he do this?
It's the material, I think, people know Tom's work from our country, but the script itself, especially, it's catnip for actors. You have a film about a play that's trying to be a film. You have that sort of lovey culture that is a lot of fun to poke fun at. Who doesn't love a murder mystery? And you get to play with a group of actors. Many of us who were in the film came out of the theatre, and that's what you get to do when you do these plays, but you very rarely get to do it on a film. So I think that was one of the attractions.
How much longer do you intend to hold us all hostage?
Or is that the idea? Gather all the suspects and interrogate each of us in turn until the mystery's solved?
Marvin Cocker-Norris, overrated playwright.
Celebrated playwright?
Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I can't read my own handwriting.
Your character, Mervyn Cocker-Norris, firstly, his fits were always on point, but what a fun, eccentric character to play. Was there anything about him that you thought, yeah, I love this. This is so much fun?
Yeah, it was the eccentricity, it was the neurosis, it was the self-importance he has. Again, that lovey culture has all of those elements in it, and it was just fun to poke fun at it. We all, certainly in the theatre, but actors generally, we can all be guilty of self-importance and being ego-driven. And so to play someone who's kind of blissfully unaware of that, but is also someone who is just trying. He's desperately trying to make art, but that self-importance makes him someone who's just fun to play. And the flamboyance is something as well that was fun to do. Like you say, it's not something I've had much opportunity to play, and you're always looking for those opportunities to stretch yourself. So that was definitely the case with this for me.
I think you're a very funny dude. I think obviously you're an acclaimed actor, but I was like, yes, I want to see more of this. And I follow you on Instagram. You are jokes. But there is definitely this other personality, and I love that you're exploring it. And I know you recently put yourself forward for Magic Mike. Maybe you were joking, but I actually, for one, think you would be a great addition. Did he have anything to say? Because the 8-pack was looking flexed.
Well, the Apex is always on flex because I have a wife who I love very much, and I'm just trying to stay married. So I like to keep things tight for her. Look, I'm looking to do as many things as humanly possible. The joy for me as an actor is to keep myself and the audience guessing. I don't think anyone is going to see me in Magic Mike coming anytime soon, but why not? Why not? We've done Mervyn Cocker-Norris, bring it on.
I think, when you play Martin Luther King, from then it's like a different set of rules for you, right? Everyone's like, no, this is what we. So actually, I think when you do a film like this, see how they run. I think it's so cool because it just reminds us that, listen, he's an actor. Yes, there are projects that I'm sure mean so much to your heart and soul that this is important for me to do. But then equally, the challenge of doing a fun character that just makes you come out of your skin totally must also just be that great for you.
Yeah, I mean, my family will tell you I'm a complete goofball. I mean, and yeah, as you see on my Instagram, that presents itself there. Life is about balance. Being in Selma was, of course, incredibly important for me getting that film made. But this, people want to laugh, people want to be entertained. As do I, and so I love being able to do that.
There was an incident.
I'll kill you.
It's as good as a confession.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Constable.
You're in Hollywood. It's a representation of stories that we need to see sometimes by people that look like us. How does it actually feel in reality? Because even in this film, you're still one of the minority actors, the black actor in it. Important, and it was nice to see you in it, but does it feel different, better?
I think we are on a path to improvement. My thing is vigilance. We have seen historically that whenever there is a move in the right direction, there is almost always an inexorable pendulum swing. And so my thing is, I'm going to be part of the solution, which makes me not part of the problem. And so part of the joy of playing Mervyn Cocker Norris is that that's not a race-specific role. Could have been played by an actor of any color, but I know the significance of me getting to play it because when I was younger, if I had seen that in a movie, it would have slightly shifted my notion of what is possible. And so the fact that it is possible is indicative of improvement. But there's plenty of room for improvement. But I do think that the reasons for which I felt the need to move to America have diminished. I don't think actors who are leaving drama school now in the UK are necessarily having to have the same thought. So that's indicative of improvement. But we've just got to stay vigilant.
Maybe Bond for you next. Idris doesn't want it, David.
Yeah, I'll take Idris's scraps any day.
Oh, please. You taking scraps never. It's an absolute pleasure. Congratulations with the movie. I can't wait for everyone to see it. And I guess you're not going to tell me what you're doing there at the moment. Clearly.
No, I can. I'm doing a film called Role Play with Kaylee Cuoco. We play a husband and wife living an idyllic life in New Jersey until I find out my wife is moonlighting as an assassin. So it's an action comedy and we're having a lot of fun.
Love it. Well, have fun while you're there. Thank you so much for the chat this morning, and good luck with everything you're doing. Keep doing your Instagram, keep being funny. I love it.
Thank you. Lovely to speak to you.
We are no longer merely suspects. We are also potential victims.
So what did he do that made you suspicious? It wasn't so much what he did, it was more the way he did it. How did he do it? Sort of suspiciously. Right.